everybody. Well, I guess working in a city and living in a van, it is completely different than, traveling on the road, staying in nature and or little towns. And, I get to know areas and I pick what I feel comfortable, and that's good. But right now I'm in a really busy parking lot waiting for my daughter to get off work because she wants to take me for a dinner, which is so sweet of her. Yeah, so I have my swimsuit hanging on my rearview mirror and another, just trying it out. People go by and they look at you like you have three heads, and yeah, it's just funny, like this one guy was just looking at me and I'm like, I don't know, I don't think I look that unusual. So then I kind of nodded my head and he nodded his head, but it's kind of like he couldn't figure out, because I have this work reflectant vest there because it looks more stealth, and even on the outside, just a little van, white van. Even one of my co-workers doesn't know I live in, only one I think knows, in my van. And she's like, yeah, you just got a little service van or something like that. But it's kind of interesting. I noticed, some people look like you're almost doing something wrong. Some people look because they don't understand. Some people have never heard about living in vans. And a lot of people are really pretty accepting and think it's, once you hear it, they hear it. It's like, wow, it's really interesting. So it's just about, I guess, when you hear a new thing, it's just like opening your mind to think, like anything, trying new food. It's always different experiences. It's kind of cool. But I think I probably put in one of my videos way back somewhere that a few years back I've come across tiny homes with little wooden homes, and then I thought, well, you need land. Where are you going to put that? And if you travel around with a wood structure, how long is it going to last? On and on and on. And but before that, I don't know. I don't even know if I almost thought I had this idea on my own about living in a van. I don't think I really realized the magnitude of how many people are doing it. But I don't run into too many people. In my city, it would be kind of nice to, chat with people. I did run into a couple that were from Australia, I think, maybe a week ago down at the river, and they had everything open. They didn't care if anybody saw anything. They had like a regular van, like a regular family van that somebody had made into, put a bed and a table in there, and they were quite close to the ceiling. I don't know how they'd get dressed in there, but yeah, so I asked if I could sit with them, and they're like, sure. And I was talking to them about, they were saying they get Airbnbs once in a while, and they're paying for parking here and there. And I said, I never pay for parking. And they looked at me and I said, no way. There is so much out there where you can park. And I gave them some ideas of what I had, especially in the city, and how they can feel comfortable. And so that was good. And I gave them some websites that had free camping on it, how to find out their way through, because they're actually, I forget if they said they're going, yeah, I think they're going into BC here right away. Anyway, yeah, it would be neat to actually be talking to other people that are doing this. I don't see too many people around, but you recognize it when you see it, because, especially a regular cargo van, it has certain things on it. Or, yeah, who knows. Anyway, had another great day at work. I had the grade 6 students, which are not my students, but I deal with lots of students around there, and I talk to everybody, and I just love them. And these grade 6 students were up in a tree, and so I whistled because I wasn't really loud, just with my fingers. And I told them they have to get down, and they did. And then they came over and talked to me, and I told them, yeah, we all, that tree actually was one my daughter climbed when she went to that school when she was little, and I said that tree's close to my heart because I remember back then it was a smaller tree. They were allowed to climb there. And these guys listened, and I said, yeah, you can, on your own time, when school's not in, you can climb it. And said, I totally hear you, it looks like fun to me. Just being real with them, right? So then they all kind of just hit me, my hand, kind of like, hey, I don't know, something to, like, almost like a little happy thing, And then they said something that just went right through me. Like, they said, thank you for being such a great supervisor, because I go outside and supervise at lunch. And that feeling was so nice. They meant it genuinely, and it just went through me, my whole self, my arms. I just felt that love. It was so cool. I just love these kids. I deal with, like I say, from K to 6, and it was a really nice moment. Yeah. So I'm gonna work there to the end of the school year, and then who knows? Who knows? I like the idea of traveling around. I definitely plan on going to the States for 6 months. We can go to the States for 6 months, and I want to pick the cold months for obvious reasons. But I'm thinking this year, I didn't go to the States, so actually I could go for 6 months this particular year, and then 3 months, January, February, March in 2020, and be there for 9 months. But we'll see. We'll just see how the year goes, of how it goes, and kind of just make it up as I go along, which is kind of nice. Anyway, I just didn't have much to talk about really today. I just wanted to say hello, and it is so sunny. It's like those Bart Simpson clouds out today. It's those big white fluffy clouds. It's so beautiful out today. And the sun's bright when it comes in and out of the clouds. I'm really having a fantastic day, and I'm going out for early supper with my daughter, so it's going to be great. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and don't forget to share your smiles, because they go a long way. It's a good thing. Anyway, talk to you soon.